Here are the most profitable stocks in the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Investing in stocks remains one of the most popular ways that Kenyans generate passive income. So you either buy stocks because you want to earn a dividend, maybe you want to buy it long term so that you can constantly get a dividend from the profits made by the company you have invested in, or you want to generate capital gains. So this is where you buy a stock when it's at a low price, and then you hope to sell it as the company grows and the shares grows. So in this video, we are going to discuss some of the most profitable companies in the NSE, and we are going to use the capital gains generated year to date, that is from January 2024 as of today, which is now in early February 2025. And top of the list is KPLC, Kenya Power and Lighting Company, whose stock has had a growth of 370.67%. That is more than 3 times. And for perspective, and we are going to use this perspective for all stocks, if you had 50,000 in January 2024 and you bought the KPLC stock, you would have bought about 34,000 shares. And at the time, the one stock was 1 shilling and 45 cents. Today, the stock is worth about 7 shillings. And your 50,000, if you had bought the stock, you will now have a stock worth 243,340. This is an average because we have not factored in the taxes you will pay, as well as any other cost that you may incur with the brokerage. Number 2 is TransCentury. Year to date has had a return of 204.17%. Last year, if you had 50,000, you will have bought the stock at 51 cents. Today, the stock is now worth 1 shilling 46 cents. And if you had put the 50,000 now, your stock would be worth 143,000 or thereabout. East African Cables, TransCentury is also one of the major investors in East African Cables. Year to date, East African Cables has grown 171%. If you had 50,000 in January 2024 and you bought the stock, you will have bought it at 94 cents. Today, each stock is worth about 2 shillings and 60 cents. And if you sold it, the 50K will have generated you 143,000. Home Africa, which is in real estate, has had a year-to-date return of 164.71%. If you had 50,000 last year, you will have bought the stock at about 39 cents. Today, the stock is worth about 90 cents. With the 50,000, your shares will now be worth 115,000. 𝐭𝐴𝐬𝐭 is another top performer in terms of capital gains at 129.65%. If you had 50,000, you will have bought the share at 2 shillings. And today, your shares will be worth 114,000, trading at about 4 shillings and 50 cents. Other stocks with a high appreciation year to date include KCB at 120.54%, Flame Tree Group at 104.46%, I&M, which has had about 102% growth. Standard Chartered has had about 71.6% growth, and East African Breweries, which has had a growth year to date of 55.56%. Money254.co.ke has written more about some of the most profitable stocks in terms of capital gains, as well as other important information about investing in the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Click on the link provided to learn.